What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. Going to be playing a game on TCG today, and today I've got another expanded deck. We are trying out Vespiquen Zoroark today. Tried this deck a little bit yesterday, but I just was not getting it to work quite right for me. I actually had taken out the Zoroark line. I'm like back and forth on the Zoroark being needed in a Vespiquen deck. I think without Zoroark, you can have like a bunch of techie stuff in there. You get to play like Klefki's. The deck, is just a little bit more like turbo style. But the Zoroark does offer the deck some stability and the option to take knockouts without having to rely on getting a Vespiquen out every turn is very good. So we have put the Zoroark back in. I have decided that the Zoroark is probably needed. So we got Zoroark in here. We've got Vespiquen. We've also got a Mindjack Zoroark in here. Looks like my opponent is going to be playing some version of an expanded Shrine Buzzwole deck, so that is interesting. They start by putting a counter energy on their Tapu Koko and pass. So I do not want to get any sort of GX Pokemon into play if I can help it. However, this starting hand is making me think that we're probably going to need to. We do have our Tapu Lele here, probably what we'll end up using in order to get ourselves out of this hand, though I think that we probably start by just discarding some things. We only got one Shaman in deck. Ooh-wee. We'll get rid of that Giratina there. Probably also the Oricorio. And then we can also ditch that Tapu Koko. I don't think that I'll be using that. So I don't want to get the Shaman. That Shaman's going to get knocked out very easily. I think that we are definitely going for that Lele there. And then I can also Ultra Ball away the Vespiquen and the Zorua. That's probably for the best. We'll get ourselves a Combi here. And then the idea is that I'm just going to ditch that Unknown with Farewell Letter. And we're going to hope that we just draw into like a supporter card with that. But if not, then we're going to go and drop that Lele and go like that. We have an Ultra Ball, not really what we want, so that's fine. We will go get ourselves that Sycamore that we wanted. Oh, and before I start this, man, I intended to make this this window a little bit smaller here, so let's poke some things around. Oh yeah, editing on the fly. I wanted this to be a little bit smaller, but sweet. All right, so back in action here. Sorry about that. So yeah, I had noticed watching one of my own videos that like I wanted that my face to be a little bit smaller there in the window, but forgot to do it before I started here, so that's fine. Let's drop this Unknown as well. We're gonna Farewell Letter that. Honestly, I don't really want this Zorua in play. I mean, I have Mindjack Zoroark, which I guess is cool. I think I would rather have another Combi or something like that. We have Rescue Stretcher down. That's good. I can get that Vespiquen back if I want it. Also have Computer Search. I think I just am going to play this Battle Compressor, though. Choose one of the defending Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. I just feel like the Zoroark is not going to get me the best mileage in this matchup. I also don't want these Zoroark GXs. I don't think that I'm going to set one of those up since this is a Shrine deck. And then I guess we probably don't want another Lele down either. Probably the Shaman, I guess, is the safest bet. Then we can ditch that with Farewell Letter. That's fine. I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'm thinking that I'll probably Computer Search away. There's not really anything I want to Computer Search away. I was going to say I'll get myself another copy of Combi, but I think I'm just going to let this hand kind of rest. So we'll just be done. Let my opponent go here. They got that 10 damage on there with Shrine of Punishment, but it's all good. Oh, my opponent's got Enhanced Hammer. See, I have really no idea what they're doing over there. It seems to be a whole lot of nothing. So they did have the Enhanced Hammer, but literally nothing else. That's fine. I've got Computer Search in my deck, so I can go just get a Guzma. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Pokemon in the discard pile, plus 11 with this Zorua that I'm about to toss. We can just go get ourselves the Guzma, if it's in deck, which it is. Very good. We can do that, and then I am just going to Guzma up I guess, the Tapu Koko. This Psywave doesn't do a lot of damage to me. Neither does that Magical Swap, so I'm cool with that. We would rather take out this Koko. That's fine. And then I don't want to end my opponent yet, so that was my thought there. We could Rescue Stretcher or something. I'm not going to Rescue Stretcher or anything yet. I don't want a Zorua on the bench. I'm cool like this. Let's just be revenge for knockout on this Tapu Koko. Doing 130 damage. That is perfect for us. We are definitely cool on that. And then we get one of those 2 Shamans that we prized. I'm playing 3 Shaman in this list right now. So we prized a couple Shaman. We definitely don't want to put those down, though. Completely forgot about Muscle Band, actually. That's an interesting consideration. Playing 2 copies of Choice Band, I think. Maybe just 1 copy of Choice Band in this list. But Muscle Band is a valid option as well, just to get that bonus damage against these non-GX Pokemon. It's a really big deal. With the second Enhanced Hammer, this is going to be a grind here. Definitely not what we want. That's suboptimal. It's all good, though. We've got Battle Compressor here, so we can thin our deck even more. Just getting rid of more things. I think we ditch all of that. I don't love to get rid of that Zoroark yet, just because I actually kind of like having another attacker in the deck if I need it. We'll ditch them. I guess I could have ditched a Pokemon to Rescue Stretcher back, but I like the idea of keeping the Rescue Stretcher for like a very meaningful play, like getting a Vespiquen back or something like that, since I kind of expect this matchup to get into the long game here. And we miss everything, so that's okay. That's fine. I'll just bench these 2 guys, and then honestly would rather my opponent knock out this Zorua. So I'm just going to do that and then pass to my opponent here, let them go, and continue forward after this. It would be a kind of, I guess it would be a little bit of a pain if my opponent were to somehow get a Tapu Koko into the active this turn and then Flying Flip, stranding this Zorua in the active. Oh, they got Counter Catcher. Okay, so they're going to be taking out this Vespiquen anyway. That's fine. I've got the Revitalizer in my hand, so I can just go get 2 Vespiquens with that and then probably be able to just return a knockout on my opponent's active Buzzwole. We're both at 5 prizes, but I do have to be wary of the fact that this Tapu Lele is melting on my bench. So let's Revitalize her. We're definitely doing that. We definitely want both these Vespiquens here to get both of them out. So let's do that there, and we're going to need to Sycamore. We don't have teammates in the discard pile or anything, so oof, yep, we just need to Sycamore and hope that we hit this. We got Rescue Stretcher there. That's fine. The Special Charge is actually very good because that's going to increase my odds of hitting this double colorless energy off of the Sycamore. So we're going to put both those back in the deck. Versus Seeker, grab ourselves the Sycamore, let it rip, and hope this buffs out. That's what we got going on here. We don't have the teammates yet, so whoa, we did not get a double colorless. We got like 4 DCE in the bottom of our deck there. That is rough. I don't think that there's any way out of this. I think I got rid of all my Shamans. I actually might have 1 Shaman left in deck. I think I do. But at what cost? At that point, we might just be admitting defeat on the game, though we can Sky Return the Shaman, so that is something interesting worth considering. I kind of like having this Zoroark down. I guess I could use it for something. It also just increases my Zorua's hit point total, so that's cool. I think I like having another Combee down, and then I think I'm going to Ultra Ball away the teammates in the Floatstone and go for that Shaman there. This is just horrendous. I mean, having those 4 DC in the bottom of the deck there, really tough. We're just going to go for it. I can Sky Return that Shaman later if I have to. I think taking this knockout is just necessary. So we got the knockout here, but at what cost, really? It feels bad. So we'll see how much we get punished for that. 2 GXs or 2 EXs in play feels really, really bad. But if my opponent does anything cute, I like resource management here, which is what I thought that they were going to do. I will just take that turn to Sky Return my Shaman, make sure that my opponent is not able to capitalize on this turn here. They could be going for something like Counter Catcher, or just wanting to like Counter Catcher, Enhanced Hammer. that would probably be a pretty heads-up play on my opponent's part. This is definitely... Oh, what are they doing here? It's definitely a situation where I wish that... Oh, they have Guzma. No, they can't Guzma. They're just teammates. So, huh. They're not getting their Sledgehammer turn. Oh, they are going to get their Sledgehammer turn. Okay, very cool. Very creative. I guess. That's fine. I'll wait a turn to Sky Return that. I need to get this guy off that Sledgehammer turn for sure. Okay, that's got to go. We got to get him out of here. I'm like almost can Sledgehammer my opponent for knockout, but I can't. So we are going to just, yeah, do that, and then we're not quite rescue stretching yet. We could. So I guess we could look for the rescue stretcher with the trainer's mail. See about putting those back in the deck. No, we ain't got it like that, so that's fine. I don't even think I need this Sycamore, but I think I want to thin the amount of cards. Yeah, I want to increase my odds of drawing good cards here from here on out. I don't want to play that special charge yet. We need to save that desperately. So let's just Be Revenge this for knockout as well. 180 damage, that's good. I don't think that there was any point in playing a supporter card there. We do have Oricorio in our deck. I don't think that that's going to end up mattering, but I am thinking about it as an option. I don't think my opponent's going to allow that many Pokemon to get into the discard pile. So let's see what we got here. N is an option for us, definitely. We may want to N here eventually. My opponent's going for another Teammates. So this is definitely coming down to the wire. Vespiquen is doing what Vespiquen tries to do, which is just apply a lot of pressure and just attack consistently with non-GX Pokemon. However, I'm really wishing I just had that Parallel City to bump these two GX, EX Pokemon. I think that Parallel City may end up being a just required addition to this list now that we're kind of in game here. I'm thinking that that's just probably a must-have. So my opponent's just throwing Enhanced Hammers and Counter Energy back into the deck. We kind of see what they plan on doing. They're going to try and run me out of resources. That's fine. I need to take this turn to Sky Return this Shaman out of harm's way. We just definitely need to do that. And then I may want to Guzma something up on my opponent's side of the field as well. Just to, let's see, just to get, I don't know, just to harass them a little bit. I think I don't actually mind though. So let's just retreat. We probably want to save these Verse Seekers for, you know, really good stuff. So let's just Sky Return. We're gonna get this guy out. I don't really mind if my opponent, you know, wastes another. See, I could foul play. That seems bad. I can confuse the Oranguru. Yeah, that seems horrible. So I think we just need to promote a Vespiquen, even though that's like kind of underwhelming and definitely not what I'm trying to do. We can't knock out the Coco. This foul play is just super underwhelming. I'm like kind of wishing it was a stand-in Zoroark. I was just imagining myself using some sort of cool GX attack or something like that, but probably not worth it. Foul play is a lot of fun. I'm playing 2 GX right now, 2 copies of Zoroark GX and just the 1 Zoroark foul play. So I think I'd probably switch that to a stand-in, potentially. I don't know. This is like still, like I said, very a rough list. It's just a list I tossed together. It's a little bit of a modified version of the version I was failing miserably with last night. So that's what we got going on. My opponent's probably just going to resource management again. Fortunately for me, I drew perfectly off of that end there. I've got DCE, Special Charge, and Trainer's Mail. That's the great thing about Vespiquen is we are able to thin our deck down to literally just what we want here to finish the game out. My opponent's probably going to try and counter catch or something cute here, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain, but we do have the Special Charge. That's great. We only have to take 3 more knockouts here to finish the game off. I think I might not even want to Rescue Stretcher yet. I feel like I don't really want to thin my deck at all. Or not thin my deck. I don't want to put any more stuff back in my deck unless it's going to be like immediately useful. So I think, yeah, we just wait here one more turn. That's fine. And we anticipate that potentially that Zoroark is getting counter-catchered up, which would just be a little bit of a pain. But that's fine, because we're going to save, like, Guzma, potentially, all that. And I might want to save the Rescue Stretcher for, like, a game-winning Shaman or something. So that's what we're going to wait for. We got backup attackers. We're cool on that front. See who we got here. Another Shaman, another one of our prize Shaman there. So we can use that Shaman to win the game. You notice we're not playing anything like a Rangaroo or anything like that. We plan on using Shamans with this deck. That's just kind of what we got going on here. We plan on sky returning things and all that. My opponent has nothing going on, so we are going to win this game, I imagine. I think at this point they're just gassed out. They can't do it. I could just be revenge here, and then we know that I can set up into the final DCE that I need to take that final knockout. So my opponent's deck just kind of ran out of gas. They were intending to try and run me out of resources, but they don't have a Rangaroo on their side of the field either, so they don't have any sort of instruct or anything to draw them out of late game N, and they just didn't have what they needed to finish that game off. We see their deck is very thick. They have a 31 card deck compared to my 10 card deck at the end of the game there. So even though we're both non-GX decks, I just was able to just see the resources that I needed every single turn, where, you know, my opponent just wasn't quite able to get there. So cool stuff. Won a game with Vespiquen Zoroark. Let's try another one. See if we can play against, I don't know, any of the old favorites in expanded format. Maybe a Garbodor deck, or maybe some sort of Seismitoad deck, or hopefully not Trevenant. I really don't like playing against Trevenant. I feel okay against Greninja. I feel like we should be pretty cool against that deck. I've got the Giratina in my list. I've got also Vespiquen is a grass attacker, so that's pretty cool there. I feel like I should be okay against Archie's Blastoise. The Articunos actually have a pretty tough time hitting that 90 damage consistently. It's just a weird number for them to hit, so I feel okay against that deck too. Looks like my opponent was some sort of grass deck, so I really have no idea. So we'll see what it is that they are playing. We do start out with our Revitalizer and a Battle Compressor, so we can actually go in and Battle Compressor away 2 Combies there to get this matchup started, which is kind of cool, and we just get to put those in play. Looks like we're playing a mirror match, so how exciting is that? And we are going to be playing first here, so that is interesting. And also, we could, I feel like I just do this just to increase the consistency of getting these cards out. Yeah, we just do that. That's fine. We also have Oricorio, which is really, really good in this matchup. So that's cool. That helps. I feel like we just do that for sure. Yep. And then we Revitalizer them back into play. And then we are just going to go get ourselves... we're going to go use that Sycamore there. Just play that, discard our hand, get 2 Pokemon into the discard pile in the process. And we are trying to play no GX Pokemon. That is definitely the name of the game here. And this is pretty horrible. Yeah, we've got both our Special Charge with the Vespiquen there. We can Teammates, however, so we could be cool next turn. We definitely, see, we got the Computer Search, but we don't really want to play the Sycamore again. So just a weird kind of hand. We'll see how our top deck buffs out. I could use the Computer Search to grab Battle Compressor away my N, and just go from there. So that may be what we end up doing as well. I want to save that. Oh, I could save the Zoroark there, which is cool. I could put that Zorua into play, but we're just going to pass. See what my opponent ends up doing next turn. I mean, the Zoroark is like a cute little thing that I can use. I can copy my opponent's attack. Looks like they are playing the Klefki version. So I wonder if they are playing Zoroark. Oh, they're playing Night March Vespiquen. So that is really interesting, actually. And they're going straight for their Shaman EX. No shame. They're just in here. They know exactly what they're doing. This is a interesting list. Okay, so they just plan on ditching Night Marchers, right? But then they also have Unknown and Klefki in the deck. I've never seen a Night March Vespiquen list with Unknown and Klefki. Now, I forget who it was, but there was that this deck, Night March Vespiquen. Forgive me, I know who it is. I just blanking on it right now. But Night March Vespiquen did win a U.S. National Championships. I think it was in like 2016. I want to say 2016. So that was pretty cool. I played Night March Vespiquen at that same Nationals. However, it just didn't buff out for me that well. I played against a bunch of Trevenants there, and it went really poorly. So that was a little bit rough for me, but Night March Vespiquen is a proven concept. Very cool deck. I've never seen it with the Klefki in there as well. My opponent should be able to just burn through this deck. We see Acrobikes. They've got Joltix, Lampins, Pumpkaboos, Unknowns, Acrobikes, Battle Compressors. They are just going to churn straight on through that deck, discarding tons and tons of stuff. You can see they already got a special charge in the discard pile as well. 1, 2, 3 Acrobikes down to. They got a Shaman in play. I'm going to be trying to play much more conservatively here, and my goal is going to be to try to win the game on something like a Shaman EX there. My opponent's got 2 Shaman EXs down, so they are grinding here, really trying to play as many cards as they can. I would advise against that in like a mirror situation. They definitely want to be, and they've also got Evolutions in here. That is wild. I have no idea. Are they playing Flareon too? That's craziness to me. That is pretty wild. So let's see what we got going on here. We do not necessarily want to put a GX Pokemon down. I've already played my Revitalizer, so I don't really want to do any of that. Let's just get, computer search away, Guzma and the Zorua. We're going to get Battle Compressor, and I think we're just going to go like that because we also need to get more Pokemon in the discard pile. So I did not check for my N, so let's hope he's in there. We're going to get Battle Compressor here, and we do got our N, so that's good. And then we're going to chuck a couple Pokemon that we don't plan on using, like the Tapu Koko probably, and I like the Oricorio. Maybe that Lele can get discarded. That's a little bit sketchy, but it's fine. I kind of need everybody else. We'll discard a Shaman, 1 Shaman. That's fine. The Zoroarks could go too. We'll discard 1 Shaman. That's cool. All right, so we got that. We're going to put that there, and then, let's just go ahead and Vespiquen for the end. Now, I know I could have Battle Compressored away, like a Vespiquen or something like that, and then Rescue Stretchered it back. That just is a very... it's kind of a sketchy play because then I am wasting both my Revitalizer and my Rescue Stretcher, which is definitely not ideal. So this is like a big play if I'm able to knock out this Combi this turn. If not, it's a little bit tough for me. My opponent has a ton. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 10 Pokemon. I think we just go for it here. We put the Oricorio down, and we just go for this DCE. Like, we really just dive in here looking for that Shaman. So let's Ultra Ball away, and I even feel comfortable ditching the special charge here and just going for 6, 7, 8 with both of these. So let's just go all in here. I'm going to Ultra Ball away. Probably... I guess the special charge, let's just do it. I feel like if I can capitalize on this Revelation Dance here, I'm just going to win. So I'm comfortable getting rid of these to get that Shaman here. And let's just go in. We need a DCE. And what is it? Is it Revelation Dance? That's the name of the attack I'm about to use. Supernatural Dance? Yeah, not Revelation Dance. Supernatural Dance. All right, that's cool. So let's, I guess we'll Farewell Letter once first here, and then see what we got. A Sycamore. It's not a burnable card, unfortunately. So now we just can set up. Okay, we're going to do that for 5, and then we get to Farewell Letter one more time. So we hope that the energy is here. We got it. That's incredible. All right, so this should just kind of seal things up here. The Oricorio proving to be absolutely nuts in this mirror match, which is amazing. Hopefully my opponent does not play it, right? That would be that would be preferable. Let's see what we got going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Pokemon in the discard pile. I kind of like having the unknown here. That's fine with me, just as, you know, kind of reassurance to draw a little bit in case we get end or something. But let's go ahead and do that supernatural dance. And we are just going to place, yeah, and they quit. They're like, oh, yep, he's about to wipe out both my basic Pokemon. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have played so many cards on my first turn. Yikes. So that's a Punish Island if I've ever been there. We're going to play one more game here with Vespiquen, see how it goes, see if we can play against a meta deck here. It looks like we've got Psychic and Dark. So this could be, I don't know, I guess it could be a Zoroark deck, or it could be some sort of Garbodor deck. I'm not exactly sure. Could be Turbo Dark or something like that. I won the coin flip. Cool. Let's go. Can we go 3-0 with Vespiquen? Let's get it. We've got an either Shaman start or a Lele start. I think we just start that Shaman. Honestly, we're going first. The Shaman can Sky Return. I think we also are just going to want to play that Lele down. So I'm cool with that, honestly, because we'll just put the DC onto the Shaman and then probably end up Sky Returning this thing. That way, even if we're playing against some sort of Shrine deck. Ooh, Porters. That's fun. Okay, even if we're playing against some sort of Shrine deck, we can just get the Shaman out of here. If we put the Lele down, the Lele is staying down for sure. So we give ourselves a chance to maybe get a supporter off this Trainer's Mail before we go anywhere. Yes, I'd like to draw a card versus Seeker. Okay, so now, oh, my my opponent is playing a Hoopa deck. Hilarious. That is not going to be a problem for me, sir. So let's see here. We're going to computer search away the Tapu Lele and the Guzma. That's fine. Yep. And they got Porter in there. I don't really like that, but that's fine. We're going to get ourselves a Battle Compressor. Cool. And then we are going to Battle Compressor away a Combee. And also 2 other Pokemon that I don't need. So that and probably the Oricorio is fine. I'm going to get rid of those. And then I will Rescue Stretcher. Oh, we did this wrong. No! I was supposed to... I forgot. I was like, my game plan here was to Battle Compressor away, Supporter, and verse Seeker it back. It's fine. We're never going to be punished. Let's go. Trainer's Mail. Come on. We got a Sycamore. Never punished. Never punished. Okay, so I got a little greedy there. I meant to Battle Compressor away a Supporter. Don't be bad like me. Battle Compressor away your Supporter next time. It's fine. I still get to do the sweet Combee Rescue Stretcher play. We still got a Sycamore off that Trainer's Mail. Never punished. Let's go. So we've got this here. And then honestly, actually, and we could have attached that to the Combee, but it's fine. I'm not, I want to play a little conservatively just in case my opponent does like bump that. I also want to Sky Return this Shaman, so that's kind of my thought there. So even if my opponent does end up order that to my Combee, I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. So we are going to, I guess, Battle Compressor, and I want the N in the discard pile, I feel like, because I don't want to get rid of that. So we want the N in the discard pile, and then we are going to ditch probably like the Zoroark GXs. I don't really need those. That's fine. I could get myself 1 Zoroark GX. Could keep 1 Zoroark GX in the deck. That's cool. We'll get rid of that other Zorua. That's cool. And then I'll bench 1 Zorua just in case we want it to draw some more cards. And then I am going to wait till next turn to see how all this goes. And then I will Sky Return into something. We'll make it happen here. I don't think that I'm too worried about, I don't know. I mean, what could they do? They could, I guess, put the DC back here onto the Zorua with Porter. They've got this thing. Prevent all effective attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's evolution Pokemon. That's horrible. Okay, so they may end up getting me here. Wow, I was saying the Hoopa is going to be no problem, but those Mews are bad. That is bad news. But I should be able to I can Sky Return loop them, so I don't care. That's fine. Let's just, I guess, it's actually kind of sweet if we Guzma up the, yeah, I actually love that play. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's first Seeker for Guzma. I'd rather do that for sure. And then we can just start Sky Return looping these guys. That'd be sweet. I can even get a Zoroark GX And we can just keep drawing cards as well. So we may end up just doing that. That seems like totally fine. So we're going to Ultra Ball these away. Get myself a Zoroark GX. Sure. And then we'll go from there. So we're going to do that. And then we'll Guzma. Sweet. Guzma that thing. And let's just Sky Return it. So that's awesome. They didn't stick me. You ain't got me like that. Then we're just going to Sky Return it. And I think that we're going to promote the Zoroark GX. I got the Float Stone, so I'm going to end up doing that, and that's fine there. And I don't think that my opponent's going to be able to attack. They would have to have like switch DCE, and I don't think that they have switch DCE right here. I should be fine just retreating the Zoroark and then kind of going in with the Shaman again. Just going to continue that Sky Return loop. I do need to find maybe a different Pokemon to promote after the Sky Return loop, because I am not trying to take Super Psybolts to the face with this Zoroark GX. So we do get to set up with Shaman, though, every time that we Sky Return. So that's great. And this guy is going to go down now. So that's just what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 right now. I need to get more than that. So that's it's a little bit of a bummer. But we do have this. We do have that. We can bench the unknown, and we're going to set up for 5. So that is very good. Let's do that. We've got ourselves battle compressors. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Cool stuff. All right. So I don't really need anything other than the one Shaman that I got. So that's cool. Though I do like Shaman probably more than Lele in this matchup. So I'll keep those in deck. And at this point, how many we got down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We actually probably are going to need these also to go down. So 10. And this thing's got an effective 160 hit points. So I need 14. That's actually perfect. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12. Yikes. All right, we're going to have to get rid of a Vespiquen later. Those guys. And then we can also Farewell Letter. Sweet. And there we go. We done it. We've got a Vespiquen in our hand. I can trade too. That's kind of cool. Let's trade away the Trainer's Mail. I actually would rather not have that Trainer's Mail in my hand, so that's cool. Combies, yes, that's what I wanted to see. Very good. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 160 damage. Perfect. The Zoroark is helping us draw very well. This is exactly what I wanted. I mean, honestly, the Zoroark makes a big difference with this deck, even if you just have one in play. So I wasn't really stoked on the Zoroark before when I was trying the deck out yesterday, but I hadn't really tried it. I just was kind of like theory modding that I didn't really like it. But the Zoroark's totally cool. I think just having one Zoroark on the bench makes this deck draw a whole heck of a lot better than it would without it. So I really do like that one Zoroark there. It's definitely stabilizes my board. And now my opponent is going to try and build up a Psybolt. That seems kind of horrible because that is just not all that good. So I will gladly just, Sky Return loop this thing. And unfortunately, it looks like my opponent's kind of just got a stall deck that is not working as intended. They got Acerolas and all that, but I don't think that they're going to be able to do enough to really take control of this game. I know I didn't trade last turn. I'm not really thinking about it. Like, I only got 12 cards left in deck, and my opponent could take this game pretty long if they continue to draw into things like Acerola, right? They could just do this all day. I don't know what they play in this deck. They got Versus Seekers in their hands or whatever. They could just do this all day. I guess I kind of want to, I could Guzma around this thing, but we're just going to be conservative with our resources here. No reason to rush. We are cool just doing this all day. No problem. We'll just continue doing this. They're going to run out of stuff. They only got a 2-card hand. They can't do this forever. And I can do this for quite some time. I've only got a few prizes left. I've got 2 Versus Seekers left in deck. So, actually, I've got 5 prizes left. That's a little bit of a pain. I thought I saw 3 prizes left. Yikes. But I do have 2 Versus Seekers left, so I can end. As long as I'm not being wasteful, I can just stick with this board position here. Now, I could attack with Lele. I guess that's a thing. That would be kind of expediting things. But I don't want to get myself in a position where the Lele is stuck in play, right? The beautiful thing about the Shaman is that you put it down, you Sky Return, and then the energy comes back, right? I know my opponent plays like hammers, Enderporters, all that weird stuff, so I should just be cool Sky Returning here. And then if my opponent doesn't get anything, we can just go ahead and knock out that, that Hoopa, as long as this is not a paralysis, which is not, so that is very good. And then we got Sky Return again. We've got a Vespiquen back. So we've got Guzma too. That is awesome. Get rid of this Mew, and then hopefully my opponent does not have any more bench Pokemon so that we can just end this game. Just get it over with. Yeah, I don't think that they got it. They got a 1-card in. I don't think that they can survive here. I think that their major game plan was to have the opponent... Oh, come on. Was to have the opponent not play Hexmaniac. So that... Because Hexmaniac's illegal, obviously. It's got banned, so... not play Garbodor. I think they just didn't want to see any Garbodor decks, and we're just expecting to be able to roll through an opponent like this. Not I, though. No. I know now that they have a 0-card hand. They've got nothing. So I guess we just Sky Return this, or I could go in and try to get my Rescue Stretcher and just end the game with Lele. No, my Rescue Stretcher's down, so that's not an option. Nope. So we've got to Sky Return. That's just what we got. Got a Sky Return. I don't think I have any other options in my deck to knock this thing out. Supernatural Dance gone. Sky Return. Yep, we can ram with Zorua. Seems bad. I think I would much rather just, let's see. We could poke with Hidden Power for 20 damage. In fact, we're going to win with Hidden Power if my opponent lets me. So we're just going to do this. Sky Return one more time. And then we will win with Hidden Power if my opponent doesn't top deck anything. So let's see what we got here. Yep, that's fine. I think I should have technically benched a Combi and promoted the Combi just in case my opponent did hit this paralysis. So, like, I wasn't really thinking there. I just am trying to rush this game along so we can be over it. But that would have been the correct play, technically. Would have been to bench the Combi. So then when you evolve out of paralysis. But we're going to end this game with Hidden Power. Oh, they scooped! No, I wanted to win with Unknown's Hidden Power. Alrighty, let's grind out one more game. That was kind of a short one. Let's do one more with Vespiquen. Expanded format, come on. What do we got going on here? We've got Math is Max. I've played against this guy a bunch on PTCGO throughout the years. I always remember this name. So usually have some pretty good games against Math is Max. I forget who this is. I feel like I know him in real life, but I don't know. So I feel like I do. I feel like I do know this person, and I'm going to feel silly for forgetting. But oh well. We will figure that out, I'm sure, eventually. So we've got ourselves nothing going on in that hand. Let's see what we got in the next one. We both mulligan our starts. I think I saw Dragon Pokemon in Mathis Max's deck there. Let's see. This is a Garb deck, so that should be interesting. There are a bunch of hammers, all that cool stuff. We have got ourselves, let's see, who's playing first? My opponent is playing first. Cool. Yep, show them the hand that I got. Fine. I think I almost like starting the Zoroark. I don't exactly know, like what my opponent is going to have going on. I think, we know the Zoroark can take early knockouts against most things, so kind of okay with that. That's fine. And then we don't want to reveal 100% what we're playing. I don't know if my opponent actually saw. I forgot to take a better look at what that opening mulligan hand is, so he might actually not know exactly what I'm playing. They are playing a Garbodor deck, though. But I'm interested. I thought I saw Dragon in their typing. So that is interesting. We didn't put the Combi down. Probably wishing that we'd put the Combi down. I'm kind of used to standard format where you don't necessarily need to worry about doing that stuff too often. So that's kind of what I was thinking, but it's all good. Oh, they are playing... Yup. They are playing Noivern GX Garbodor, so watch out for that. They are also going to be flip a coin if it's just... Oh, yikes. Okay. So, yes, okay. let's go in here with, let's go get a Combi, sure. And then I'm going to attach, let's see, are they going to maybe, they're going to item lock me, but I think, yeah, I guess they can item lock me next turn. That just seems brutal. All right, that's fine. This is cool. Let's just do that. We will get ourselves a Combi, and then we need to grind a little bit. My opponent might item lock me next turn. We need to have some stuff going on here, so I think I just play the Shaman that, or I discard the DCE. Probably just discard the DCE. I don't necessarily want the DCE on my active because they could Mysterious Beam. They're probably not going for Mysterious Beam. They're probably going for item lock next turn. Interesting. All right. So I think I'm okay doing that. That's cool. And then I think I'm okay playing the Shaman as well. Let's do that. Let's be a little greedy. It's fine. We're going to draw to 6 and see what we get. I am just very concerned about this impending item lock here. So we'll get rid of those. And then get ourselves probably a Combi again. And then we're just going to Sycamore. Okay with that. Could have gotten something like the Giratina and then just like Sycamore that away. It's like, I probably should have gotten, I had 2 Ultra Balls there. So I should have gotten a Giratina, and then I should have Ultra Balled away the Giratina and the DCE before I did that. So I did that ordering a little bit wrong, but forgive me. Let's see. We got ourselves an Unknown here, a Trainer's Mail, a couple Versus Seekers. Alrighty then. Let's just go ahead, ship this thing. Then we're going to play Trainer's Mail, see what we get off the Trainer's Mail. Hopefully a Battle Compressor. That would be good. Nope, just another Verse Seeker that I don't necessarily want to play. We are going to preemptively do this to grab ourselves some supporters back. And then I am also going to play that Special Charge just to get that into the deck as well. I think I actually want to just retreat this thing into... I'm actually going to retreat it into the Shaman. And then I'm going to Special Charge. So this is like kind of an all-in play here, but I think that I want to Sky Return the Shaman just because I know my opponent's playing Trashalanche, and that is just like rough, right? Trashalanche is not something that we want to end up on the Shaman. So we're going to promote the Shaman. We're anticipating getting item locked, and then my opponent's going to hit the Shaman for 40. I'm going to Sycamore, and then I can, I don't know, maybe get a Zoroark GX out, start trading and stuff like that. We could trade away the Shaman and all that noise there. So that's kind of the thought process. Let's see, my opponent's going to play a very nice looking Ultra Ball there. Beautiful. Beautiful Ultra Ball. Probably going to get themselves either Noivern or Garbodor. I guess if they get themselves like Ability Lock Garb, that's kind of bad news for me. I said that I would like to probably use Zoroark GX to trade. And here is that Noivern GX. Yes, they've got Distort 50 damage. I actually thought it did 40. So your opponent can't play any item cards, right? That's what I'm anticipating here. That they get the Double Dragon. They start using Distort. Yep, there it is. So they've got that going on. And I also knew that I was not going to be doing 200 with Vespiquen anytime soon. So we wanted to get ourselves maybe a couple turns of just like Sky Return to soften this Noivern up so that, you know, we can take knockouts when the time has come. See, my opponent's not played a supporter yet, so they're going to drop that Lele. There's a bunch of GXs on their side of the field at this point, and I'm like feeling pretty good about it. I'm thinking that this deck here probably doesn't play... they might play Karen, you never know. They might play Oricorio, you never know, but I'm feeling like they might not. They get themselves a Colress. Going to get a nice shuffle draw of 8 there. Nice full art Colress. Love it. Very, very cool. Colress is one of my favorite supporters in expanded format. Very, very good. They get themselves another Noibat drop. And the ability lock. Oh boy. That's rough. Turn 2, item lock, Garbodor going first. That is very good for my opponent. Very, very good. Okay. So I think here we don't necessarily even like this Zoroark. Let's see, Boom Burst. I could Boom Burst GX, 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. That's kind of cool. I could copy that with my little mini Zoroark. I kind of like that. So we're not getting the Zoroark GX. I don't really want him. we're going to get other guys. So we've got ourselves, yep, DCE to Sky Return him. And then I think that I just do a little Sky Return loop here. I mean, they could hit me for knockout. Oh, that would be bad if they Sonic Volume. However, if they Sonic Volume, then they open up the board for me. Oh, no, they just win. Once that, I just forgot. They're going to just start using Sonic Volume, and then they're just going to win the game. So we might as well scoop this one up, boys and girls. It's just all bad. Yep. We needed to get a DCE down onto a Vespiquen this turn. Nah, the Shaman. That's bad. That's bad. Bad. Yep. It's all bad from here. So we got to hope they just whiff an energy. If they just literally attack with Sonic Volume, the game's over. I forgot what that second attack on that guy did. That is rough. Okay. I'm going to promote that. Sure. See, I guess we could play Sonic Volume, right? So if they play, yeah, they literally got another energy. They're just going to use Sonic Volume. That's a good game. You got it, sir. Well played. Good game. You have a good deck. All right. Yeah, this is horrible, right? This is just all bad. So we can try to stall them, right? So we're going to Battle Compressor away that Guzma. We'll try that for one turn. Then we're just calling it quits. So we're going to try this for one time just to see if we can. And then yeah, let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. That's cool. And we're going to try to, I don't know. Yeah, let's try to bring somebody up with Guzma. See if we can't get a turn in here. So let's Guzma up. I guess anybody that can retreat very easily is not going to be someone we want to bring up. So probably the Trubbish is what we got to do here. That's fine. And I should have retreated first. I'm just like a little bit tilted, so excuse me for my little faux pas there. But that's fine. All right. And then we'll Battle Compressor again while we have items. That's fine. Let's get rid of Zorua and also, I mean, at this point, it just like doesn't matter what I do. We might as well get rid of these unknowns. I'm not playing any abilities. We know that. Cool. All right. Go ahead. And then if you Sonic Volume this turn, we definitely lose. That's just it. So they just literally need a Guzma. Oh, yeah. That's it. Smiley face. Well played. We out of here. All right, that Sonic Volume attack, way too good for this deck. It stops you from playing special energy from your hand to your Pokemon. So, forgot about that. So, rip to the 3-0. We went 3-1. But still, 3-1 with Vespiquen, pretty good. So, let's take a look at that list here real quick and see what we got going on. That's not the way we do it. We need to go this way so that we can see the whole list laid out at one time. There we go. The editor tool. Cool. And here is the Vespiquen list that I was using in those gameplays. This deck is a lot of fun. Definitely a contender in expanded format. Good luck to everybody who is going to the Portland Expanded Regionals this upcoming weekend. I am not going to be there, unfortunately. However, I will be hosting a base Neo tournament this weekend with a bunch of my friends. So that is something we got going on. I'm going to record a bunch of those games as well. We've got Japanese Neo packs from Neo Genesis. These packs are super old, so very cool, as prizes for the winners. So I'm excited to produce that. I'm going to be vlogging it as well. Excited to get that out on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell. Let me know what do you guys think of Vespiquen Zoroark in the comments below. Make sure to check out the Etsy store and Patreon stuff in the description below. Peace.